Protecting our natural resources such as soil, water, air, forests, plants, and wildlife is an ongoing concern in the U.S. and around the world. Advances in science and technology reveal the importance of understanding ecology and natural habitats if we hope to preserve and protect our forests for future generations. Forest conservation is facing the important challenges of unhealthy forest management practices, habitat loss, and declining wildlife populations, largely because of the lack of public understanding of scientific and sustainable forest land management.
Well, one of the things that we find most concerning is that the Forest Service over the last 25 years has found that in the eastern United States, the young forest habitat has declined by 33%. And that decline has happened despite the fact that the total forest land in the eastern United States has increased by 7%.
Environmental research reveals that actively and sustainably managing our young forest habitats is the best way to bring balance and biodiversity to plant and animal life.
Well, we have birds like the Kirtland's warbler and the black-capped vireo that are already listed by the federal government on the endangered species list. Those are bird species that require living in young forest habitats. We've got birds like ruffed grouse and woodcock and the bobwhite quail that also require that kind of habitat, but those populations are in decline. An organization called Partners in Flight has listed the golden-winged warbler, the whippoorwill, and the American woodcock as species of high conservation priority. And once again, all of those birds require young forest habitat for survival.
The more time that you spend in the environment where grouse are, that you have a greater appreciation for it. And it's the sportsmen that are involved that are helping to preserve the natural habitat. They become more aware of the natural balance that needs to take place. I think there's a misconception that cutting trees is bad, and in fact it really enhances the health of the forest and in many ways, not just for the birds and the animals, but also for the trees themselves. It needs to continue to stay healthy by not ever trimming anything back. It's actually doing more harm than good in some instances.
Well, the healthiest forests are forests that have a variety of age classes. There's no one age class that's better or worse. It's just that the diversity of age classes throughout the range of the forest is what's really most important. We've got to have young seedlings and saplings. We've got to have more adolescent trees that are kind of this kind of diameter from this kind of diameter, which is the young forest habitat that a certain group of species are most attracted to.
Creating young forest habitat provides the necessary forest biodiversity to support numerous plant and wildlife species and preserves our natural resources in a sustainable and meaningful way for generations to come.
What I find so exciting about it is it puts everything together, because you have to have healthy forests to have abundant wildlife. If you have abundant wildlife, you can have a rich sporting tradition. All three of those things are what's so important, and this gives us an opportunity to work on all three things at the same time and have a lot of fun while you're doing it.
The Ruffed Grouse Society is North America's foremost conservation organization dedicated to preserving our sporting traditions by creating healthy forest habitat for ruffed grouse, American woodcock, and other wildlife. RGS works with landowners and government agencies to develop critical habitat-utilizing scientific management practices.
Well, the mission of the Ruffed Grouse Society is to promote healthy forests, to provide for abundant wildlife, and to promote the rich tradition of hunting for ruffed grouse in the United States. The ruffed grouse is considered the king of the upland game birds, and the reason for that is because it really is the whole package, because you have to know enough about the habitat to know where to hunt. You need to be a quick shot and an accurate shot, and most of us work with dogs, so you have to have a well-trained dog and you have to handle it properly in the field. And all those things have to come together in order for you to be out in the woods and have success there.
Hunters were the first conservationists, and the Ruffed Grouse Society and its members continue that great tradition.
One of the unique things about the Ruffed Grouse Society is that when you share a passion with people, that you become closer friends than even people that you see every day of the year at home. But when you are connected through this common interest, be it the dogs, the habitat, it brings you closer. And so the friends that I've made through Ruffed Grouse Society are truly my closest friends. And there is just joy in spending time out in nature.
The Ruffed Grouse Society, healthy forests, abundant wildlife, sporting traditions. For more information, please visit ruffedgrousesociety.org.